Hi guys, welcome back to Tash Design. I'm Tash, and today's just an update of what's been going on in my life. So let's get into it. Don't know what that was, but anyway. So it's been an interesting 4 or 5 months since I uploaded. Last thing I uploaded was about my new YouTube art. Let's just say since then I've been really slammed. A massive thing has happened. I finally graduated my TAFE course. As you guys know, I have been attending TAFE for the past 2.5 years. I have finally graduated from that. It was a massive thing to graduate finally after 2.5 years of being there. As you can see, it's just like a chill video. I'm gonna take my carnival jumper I got. So I just want to talk about my experience through TAFE and what I'm wanting to do. So if you don't know, I started my journey in graphic design in 2019 when I finished school in 2018. I started with my Cert 4 not knowing much about graphic design. Through this journey, I learned so much in my Cert 4. Now looking back on my work, I'm like cringing at it because it's pretty bad. With going through TAFE and while I was studying, I made so many friends and learned so much about what graphic design can lead to. And I just want to put out that if you got a dream, follow it. Don't let people tell you otherwise. I was told at school that you can't do anything with that. That's not a dream. That's not like a career. But I wanted to be a graphic designer. I want to do something with my art. So I followed my dream and went to TAFE for it. Gotta say, these past 2.5 years have been an amazing journey. I went from my into a Cert 4 not knowing anything, to know a lot about typography and to onto my diploma, which was an amazing year, to on my advanced diploma, which I just graduated from. And I want to talk about each certificate by themselves first and then overall. So my Cert 4, I went into very open-minded, wanting to learn like I did with all my courses. But one thing I learned mainly in Cert 4 is how graphic design has an impact on the world and what we actually see. With my Cert 4, it was more about looking and understanding the understanding of graphic design. And not having a very creative family, I was probably one of the most creative people in my family now. And seeing like what you can do, not just with just like paint, like what you can do with Adobe, how you can manipulate things to look like this, to make things look so much better than you ever thought. Going with the Cert 4, I learned so many techniques that can help widen your creativity, to help you think quicker. And I'm actually going to do a video on some techniques so I don't know if you can see that, but there's like a hair here and it's just like annoying me. So my Cert 4, I learned so much, and one thing I would say, going with open mind, because the Cert 4 was a basic course which anyone can do. And yes, there was challenges, and yes, there were times where you really had to think outside the box, but it was so worth it. Because if I didn't push then, I probably wouldn't have been able to create things I've created today. And going through my Cert 4, I made friends that who understood, who got the weird things, like thinking of like, oh wait, if you turn it like that, how would that, if you turn something from this to that, how would that make it look, and how to create something that which most people wouldn't think of. I have created things that I'm so proud of in my Cert 4, which I thought was amazing, but now looking back on it, I'm like, that's not so good. But I also know that that's where I started. That's my base. That's where my graphic design journey begins. Moving through because that was a 6-month course, moving into my diploma of graphic design, that was a massive jump, not gonna lie. But I wouldn't change it though. From the Cert 4 to the diploma, I saw improvements. I saw that my creativity was growing and growing. And I saw that, you know, I was able to achieve more, do more, think outside the box, use the things I learned in the Cert 4 to help produce some of the work I created. And the diploma was challenging. There was times where, you know, it was like, okay, how do I do this? What can I do to improve it, to make it that next level which I wanted to reach? And I'm not just saying, like, you know, the simple little things, like, you know, not just like, oh, doing this, add that little bit of thing now. More like, what is this to make it stand out from all the others in the class? What can I do to make it so the lecturers go, when they see my work, go, well, that's what we're wanting. And thinking of how this could help, how something so small but powerful could be so impacted on everyone who sees it. Going through my diploma of graphic design, there was struggles, there were ups and downs. There was times where I wanted to give up, but a quote I always like to refer back to is, I'll show you. Whoops, I'm going to cut that. So I got two of them. So I've got quotes up in my room on my wardrobe. So I'm going to read you two of the quotes that helped me. So I failed over and over again in my life. That's why I succeeded. That's a quote I love using because it's just such a simple quote which means so much. The other one was, when you feel like quitting, think about why you started. This is a quote I really want to talk about. This is a quote that I found while I was studying, I think, and it was just thinking about why I started this journey to become a graphic designer and why I want to become a graphic designer in the first place. This wasn't just some sort of last minute thing that, oh, I don't know what to do in my life, oh, you know what, I'll just do this. This was something I was passionate about from the age of 17 when I first learned about Photoshop and Illustrator from my teachers at school, and how them showing me this pathway of creativity and how it can be used in the world. And every time I felt like quitting, I went back to that quote, when you feel like quitting, think about why I started. And moving through my diploma, it was such an amazing experience, just knowing that I was learning more. I was being able to create things that I never thought I would ever be able to create. And finally I got to my advanced diploma, which felt so surreal because I never thought in a million years that I would ever do an advanced diploma in anything or the official degree in anything. I finally finished my advanced diploma in graphic design, which for me is an amazing thing. Going through the advanced diploma, that was a massive step up again. It was such a experience where I got to meet people in the industry. In every single certificate, we met somebody in the industry, or we got to see those same people through the years. And this wasn't just like, oh yeah, you know, I did this. Like in the advanced diploma, it was a whole new ball game. The lecturers expected more of us. They expected our work to be almost at industry standards, and you know, to expect us know how to make mock-ups, how to do these things. Yes, they taught us the basics of what we needed to do, but they wanted us to go there and look and say, oh wait, this is what is missing, or use each other to bounce ideas off. Through the advanced diploma, it was hard because COVID hit. Like, COVID came at the worst possible time. Oh my god, I need my nose. So COVID hit, so a lot of my courses went to online, which was a very interesting experience. And that I'm going to talk about later on in this video. But my journey through advanced diploma was amazing. The skills I learned, the friends I made, again, through that course, the experience of having to be challenged to think outside the box. I made some wonderful work. I got to make my own portfolio in this class, which I will share in a video. Let me know down below if you want me to share that, because I would love to share and explain why I did these things. What was the inspiration behind the whole thing? This experience through advanced diploma, from the cert 4 right through the advanced diploma, has been amazing. Yes, there was challenges. Yes, I faced challenges with completing this course. You know, having injuries, having stuff happen in my life which did take effect on my course, but I kept pushing through, and I finally saw the results of me graduating from advanced diploma of graphic design and from my TAFE, what I went to. The experience I had was just something I will always remember. I put up a thing for family and friends of what it was like, and how that experience was, the friendships I made, the journey I had, the lecturers who pushed me to become the designer I am today. My overall experience was amazing. I don't want people to think, oh, because I struggle, I shouldn't do it. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean give up. I always found ways of surviving or pushing through to get to where I want to be. And now I am officially a graduate of advanced diploma of graphic design. This journey has been something I loved, I enjoyed, and yes, most of all, it was stressful, but I wouldn't change it for a thing, because now I'm fully qualified as a graphic designer, and I've had that hands-on experience with graphic design. I've had that opportunity to learn, to engage, to look at ways of graphic design that I would never thought I would ever be able to do. And this isn't just something so small and easy, but I wanted to share this video to explain what it was like for me, somebody who struggles with learning. And I don't think I've ever put it out here, and I don't know if people have noticed, but I do struggle a lot with when it comes to learning new things. But I don't want to be, I'm gonna always show you guys the imperfections, the mistakes I make, because I don't want people thinking I'm perfect, because I'm far from it, to be honest. And it's just something that, I want to encourage people to follow their dreams. If you want to, go be a professional netballer or professional athlete, there's ways of getting there, and it takes hard work. And doing this course, it took a lot of hard work, a lot of commitment, and that way YouTube did take a back seat, because my studies were more important. And people might think, oh, who cares? But for me, my studies were everything to me. I wouldn't be able to achieve what I have if I didn't put my studies first. And yeah, that meant sacrificing, missing time for friends because I had to study. I did that. My journey through this past 2.5 years have been one thing I won't ever forget. This journey has created so many opportunities for me to become a graphic designer, to learn, to explore, and also, best of all, I made some friends that hopefully I won't lose. But there's so much going into me becoming my dream job as a graphic designer, and these past 2.5 years have been something that I've been working so hard for, and finally it's came true. I'm finally a graphic designer, and I just want people to know that just because it doesn't seem like you'll be there is a way, and if you're at the wheel, you'll always, if there's a way, if there's a wheel, there's a way. Tongue tie. And I don't want people to think that I was perfect and I could do all the stuff that I learned. Trust me, I learned more in the past 2.5 years and what I was passionate about than I ever probably would have learned at school. I wasn't the one who always loved doing maths and science. I love the art subjects. I love being hands-on, and hopefully now I've got the time to focus more on my YouTube channel and see, so you guys some amazing tools you guys can use. I really want to start sharing the experience I had at TAFE with you guys, and I want to know your questions. If you guys got any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. And yeah, I'd love to tell you guys more about my experience at TAFE, and just my overall experience at TAFE was amazing. I had support from family and friends who saw that I was passionate, and they understood that, hey, I need to do my study. And I had people around me who wanted me to achieve, who wanted me to go above and beyond my course. And I had lecturers who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. And that's one thing I took away from my course, is believing myself more than other people believe in me, because my lecturers believe in me so much, but I doubted myself. And that's one thing I need to not do, is don't doubt yourself. If you know that you can do it, do it. Sorry, my brother's being loud. So this was my experience at TAFE, and I just want to say, follow your dreams. Don't let people tell you otherwise. Follow your dreams, follow your passion. Because I definitely have followed mine, and I love every minute of it. And for now, I don't know where I'm heading, but I know for one thing, I'm definitely going to take some time off from wherever life's got, and just have some time for myself and do things I want to do. And in the meantime, also look for a job as well. Well, a job in graphic design, and just do things that I've missed for the 2.5 years. Like, spending some time with family, spending time with friends, having fun. Because I know the past 2.5 years have been super stressful, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I'm finally a graphic designer, and I can happily say I did it. And this wouldn't have been possible if I didn't push myself, or if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have. But I know in my heart that this is what I wanted to be. So I'm so proud that I've achieved that. And for anyone else who's going through like uni, TAFE, schooling, or looking what to do, follow your passion. Like, if I could go back to my younger self and tell myself one thing, is to be confident in what I'm going to do. Explore that path more. And I'm so thankful for the teachers I had in year 12, especially one teacher. I'm not going to say her name because, she really showed me about graphic design. She said, hey, look, you're really good at this, And she showed me like the basics of what you could do. So I know this has been a very long video, but I just want to say thank you for all staying around and waiting for me to post again. Hopefully now I don't have to study on anymore. I can really focus on this. So yeah, leave your questions down below if you've got any, and see you guys next time on TASH Design. Keep creating, keep designing. Bye.